Hi guys! Today is the day. I'm so excited! It's here! So, for those of you that do not know what I am excited about and what on earth this could be, I am sure pretty much anyone that has been on my social media for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm pretty sure will know exactly what this is. But for those of you that don't, it is my Urban Decay collaboration with the Prince Estate makeup collection. So I have ordered the Vault. I'm going to be ordering some separate bits as well. But I have actually ordered 2 Vaults and I'm going to be unboxing one of them for you guys today and doing some first impressions. I know there's been quite a few first impressions going around over the last few days as some of the people who work with Prince and some influencers have managed to get their hands on it, and Urban Decay have done lots of videos as well, which has been nice. But I thought it would be nice to see some Prince fans with them because it's a slightly different interpretation. And just a disclaimer and an FYI for people that maybe aren't familiar with me or have never seen any of my videos or posts before. I am a huge Prince fan. I have been in the Prince community since I was 13 years old. But also by day, I am a makeup educator. So I work on a degree course teaching media, hair and makeup. So everything from prosthetics to wig making to bridal and prom and everything kind of in between. So makeup is a huge part of my life in the day, and then at night, essentially, my life is predominantly Prince. So I'm really excited about this collection. So I want to give you some kind of first impressions about it. But it is going to be honest, if I open this up and it's not to scratch or I think that something isn't quite working, I am going to say this is going to be a completely honest review. I'm not going to be, just because I'm a makeup fan and a Prince fan, saying this is amazing if it's not. I'm going to give you my interpretation as a Prince fan and as a makeup artist and someone who just uses makeup on a daily basis. How usable is this going to be for people every single day, or is it just going to be something that you could only use on a night out or for a Prince event? So I just want to do it. Can I do it? Shall I do it? I'm gonna do it. Here it is. So it's pretty big. It's like 12-inch LP size. It's not overly huge, but let's have a look. Where's my best access point? I'm hoping it's been pretty well protected. This isn't a cheap set for anyone that was looking to buy it or did manage to get your hands on it. In the UK, it was about £195. So this was not a cheap set. So I'm hoping that it has been really well protected in here because I'm expecting really good packaging that has been really well packed, because if it's damaged, I am not going to be too impressed. Okay, so little bit of tissue roll. Okay, so first of all, I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit better packed than this. I've obviously got my receipt in there, but this is kind of what you get. I'd have liked to have seen some bubble wrap, some protective coating, you know. Best part of £200, you know, I would expect it to be amazingly packaged, as in protected and ready to be bumped around. I don't know, that's just me. Hopefully it's fine. So under here, there it is. And it's just in a little plastic sealed bag. Okay, let's do this. Oh, I'm excited! Okay. Ooh, there's a little outside box, which is nice. And it's got a little window so you can see the box through it. And then we have, ooh, I'm loving the matte with the gloss print. So on here, it's just giving you an outline of the products that are inside. The Urban Decay prints for content, all listed. Lovely. And it's always nice to see the Prince Estate official on the bottom. That's so exciting. Okay. So, moment of truth. It's the small things, guys. It's the small things. So that's the box there. You can just see it's got a little window through to the symbol. And here's the box. It is lovely. Okay, so let's have a little look. I am a stickler for edges. If you wonder what I'm looking for. I do this whenever I get one of the record sets, whether it be the 1999 stuff or the Sign of the Times. I hate it if my edges get damaged. So that's what I'm kind of looking for here. There's a little bit of a knock on one corner, but it looks lovely. You will be really mad at me if I leave the plastic on the symbol. It's the collector in me. I don't want to risk it. I'm sorry. Which way does this open? Is it this side? Oh, it is this side. Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared and so excited. Okay, so let's do this in a way so you can see. This is the first time I've opened it either, guys, so I hope everything's there. It will be horrible if there's a gap, imagine. Okay, so... I'm looking at it in my phone screen as I'm filming this, and it just looks incredible. How stunning. Okay, let me look at this now. I've given you guys a chance to have a look. Let me have a look. Lovely. Okay, so the liners don't really seem to fit in their slot. That could just be mine, but they seem to not really fit, which is interesting. Okay, so, oh, shall I get some of these out and have a little look at them individually? What shall I go for first? Okay, the liners are already half out, so we'll have a little look at those. So you can see here, let me get that to focus. Urban Decay and Prince. Just going to pop that lid off. Lovely. Really nice. I'm excited to use all these products as well, guys. So I'm not just going to do an unboxing. I am, over the next couple of days, hopefully tomorrow I'm going to get one done. Some really glam looks and some wearable ones. So there should be some videos out there for everyone kind of by the end of this week, really. So there's our white eyeliner. Really nice. Some people are really scared of white eyeliners, so I'm really looking forward to doing some videos of how you can use them, because people think you just put it on your waterline and it can be a bit harsh, and that's it. But there are lots of ways you can use it kind of day to day. So we're going to be getting into some of that in the coming videos. Okay, so by the way, that eyeliner was called When Doves Cry, which I really like because the video is all that crisp white kind of vibe, which I love. And then we have So Dark, at black pencil liner. I'm just going to get that to focus for you. Really nice. Oh, I'm so excited. I have been talking about someone doing a Prince collection for forever, and I have been talking about this what feels like every single day for weeks now. I've done an article, I've done a podcast, I've been posting about it non-stop, but I feel like I was talking about this for a really long time before it happened. I found it really interesting that it was Urban Decay that decided to jump on it. I thought it may be, as I've mentioned before, I thought it might be someone like Ilamasca, because they have done kind of David Bowie collections and things like that. But I really like that it's Urban Decay. I kind of like the fact they've gone for a medium-sized brand. So I know there's been some issues with pre-orders and there's a lot of controversy around there. You'll have to let me know if you've had any issues, because I've ordered from the States. I did pre-order on the loyalty account in America, and I've done an order over here because I wanted to make sure that I had a couple of these guaranteed, one to use and one to put away. So I've kind of been monitoring what's been happening with the orders in America and over here in the UK, and I've seen some funky things going on. So if you've had any issues or what, let me know what your experiences are, because it feels like there's been a real range of experiences people have been having around this particular product. So I'm going to have a little look at the eyeshadow palettes now. So this one here, oh, it's so pretty. And again, guys, don't hate me because I'm leaving the plastic on. I'm sorry. It's absolutely lovely. Okay, should we open this one up? Is it this way? Yeah. Okay. It's lovely. Look at that. Okay, let's take a little bit of a closer look. Excuse me peeping over the camera so I can see. So we have some of the print shade names there. We have Martin's work. Beautiful. Okay, so we have top left Alphabet Street, Get Your Groove On, When Doves Cry, Funk and Roll, Computer Blue, Raspberry Beret, DMSR, Baby I'm a Star, Delirious and Indigo Nights. I love that they have used some of the more less known Prince tracks. Like, unless you're a Prince fan, you don't necessarily know Get Your Groove On or Indigo Nights. You'd be like, what's Indigo Nights? I only know Purple Rain. So I love that they have used some lesser known titles for the shade range, and the kind of eye font around the edge of the mirror is a really nice touch. I'm going to be doing some swatches of these as well, so don't worry, we're going to have a little look and see what these are like on the skin, what the colour payoff is going to be. Decay are quite well known for their pigment payoff, so I'll be really interested to see how they come out, but also hopefully we won't get too much fallout on application. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that sits. And you have that on the back of the palette. Okay, so can you just tell this grin on my face how thrilled I am to be actually doing this? Let's have a little look at our next one, which is lovely. What I want to say as well, when I was looking at the pictures and the videos, I wasn't sure if the symbols on the front were metal or plastic. They are plastic. Yeah, they are plastic, which is a shame. It would have been really nice, I think, to have had a metal symbol for the price point. It would have been really nice, I think. But it is really effective still. Okay. Huh? I peeked. I'm sorry. All right. So, as I said in the podcast that we did about this with PPUK, I think it's really interesting that the two palettes, to me, we call them colour stories. So the story that the colours tell within each palette. And the colour story of this, the purple one, the first one, to me feels very Prince 1980s in tone. So we have like Raspberry Beret, all the purple shades. And then this one here feels very Prince 90s, the Gold Experience, Endorphin Machine, all those kind of vibes from this one. And I'll let you have a little bit of a closer look at some of these shades. Okay. So let's have a look at some of these shade names. We have Sexy Dancer, Crystal Ball, Endorphin Machine, Get Off, Love to the Nines, Shakadelica, Groovy Potential, The Artist, Bold Generation, and So Dark. Really, really nice. And I'm just looking at some of the pigments on these. And Groovy Potential is actually really stunning. And I hope that when I swatch these, you're going to be able to see what I mean. Groovy Potential is a purple shade here. If I get this to focus. This shade here, and I don't think, oh, it is a little bit, ever so slightly picking that up. It has gold flecks throughout it. It's almost like a duochrome. Not quite a full duochrome, but it's purple with gold flecks. And the artist has very small gold flecks in as well. So I think these are really nice finishes. I can see that in this one we have two matte, which are our two here, which is Sexy Dancer and Love to the Nines. They're matte shades, and then we have So Dark and Shockadelica that look like they're satin. That's our two at the top here. And then all the rest are shimmers. Lovely. Let me see in the other palette actually, how many... Ooh, interesting. So, you know I said that, what was that shade called? Groovy Potential had almost a duochrome finish. Interestingly enough, there's almost its counterpart in this palette, and DMSR is the lilac shade, but when you turn it, this one here, it has more of a blue tone. Hope you can see that kind of as I move that around. So that's ever so slightly duochrome as well. It has a different tone flicker in it, which is lovely. I love me some duochrome. And in this palette we have a couple more mattes. So Alphabet Street, like salmony colour here, is matte. Funk and Roll here is matte. Computer Blue is matte. Get Your Groove On looks like a satin finish. And then all of our ones here, which are Raspberry Beret, DMSR, Baby I'm a Star, Delirious and Indigo Nights, are shimmers. So these are really shimmery palettes. These are not going to be for everyone. A lot of people are not really into shimmers. So just bear that in mind. You can get them individually and they are still available. So if you are and ahhing between what to get and you don't like shimmers, but you do still want to get your hands on a Prince palette, I would go for this one because there's more mattes. I would say maybe this one is more for you. So just bear that in mind when purchasing. It's worth noting. Okay, so let me pop these back. All right, so we have our brush here as well. Ooh, a little Prince brush. I'm very interested to use this one. It's got a little well in it. I don't know if it's going to be able to pick that up, but it basically means there's a little hole in the middle of the bristles on the brush. And the idea is that you're able to put product in and then buff that in. I'm personally not really a fan of that kind of brush. I feel like you end up wasting a lot of product. It goes in the middle, never to be seen again, and then gets washed down the sink at the end of the month, in my opinion. So I won't be using it that way. I will be, say if I wanted to use it for foundation, I will put it on the back of my hand. I will then just stipple and then apply it that way. I personally wouldn't add it into the middle of the brush. I feel like you get a lot of product wastage that way. But here's the actual brush itself. Trying to turn it the right way for you guys. It is really nice and soft actually. I was looking at pictures and videos of this obviously in the lead up to release, and it just looked a little bit, the bristles look like they were going to be a lot harder than they actually are, but they are really soft. So if you are concerned about that, I wouldn't worry too much. This would be really nice for applying foundation if you like a buffing brush to buff in your foundation. Also might be quite good for like a liquid highlight or a liquid blush would be quite nice. But I really like that actually. It's a nice little brush. Yeah. Sorry, the makeup artist in me is now thinking, oh, what could I use this for? I could use it for this, I could use it for that. Okay, so let's go on to our liquid highlight. This is actually a lot bigger than I anticipated it being. Like when you compare it to the size of the palette, like this is a lot of highlight. That's a lot of product. I don't think I have a liquid highlight this big. I don't think I do at all. But they've said it's quite a subtle shimmer. It's not like a pop of shimmer, really intense. So this could be something that you could use over your face and body. So you know when the summer comes and you just want that glowy, beachy skin, I think this is going to be really good for that. And there's a lot of product, so you could get away using it. Let's have a little look. Nice little squeezy nozzle. I'm just very curious. Look at me, I'm straight in trying it. I'm sorry guys. So it's, get that to focus. You can see it's like a tan shade. Oh, it's a really interesting texture. It almost feels silicone-y. Not too much of a smell. I'm trying to see, is that coming up at all? I'm not sure what I make of this. All right, interesting. Okay, so I am very fair, very fair. In fact, my skin tone is a shade of semi-skim milk. I am very fair. But this highlight for me, I don't think it's going to show on camera. It's a little bit dark for me. That for me wouldn't highlight. Can you see the darker patch on my hand here? I don't know if it's showing fully, but that is actually making my skin tone darker, which obviously isn't effective as a highlight for me. And it's not quite popping very intensely at all. Even in real life, it's not really catching the light kind of how I like it to, or at all, really. I'm trying to be positive. Positivity. Have you had your plus sign? I'm trying. It feels like there's actually some coverage in this highlight. Normally there's just the highlight itself and there's no coverage, but this feels almost like it's got a little bit of foundation in it to make it have some coverage. Interesting. I think this is a product I'm going to have to play with and see how I can make this work. It might be a really interesting one to add into your foundation if you like a dewy finish. But I think it's definitely usable if you're remotely darker skin than me. If you're more tanned or more olive toned, I think this is really going to work for you. And I think it's a really hard product to pack into a collection because it's the one thing that has to be matched to a skin tone. So to make that completely universal, I think is really difficult. You know, because everyone's going to be buying this collection and the idea is that everyone can use the products in it. So I think it's really hard to have products in here like a highlight that is going to work for everyone. I could make this work if I mixed it into foundation, or if I was at a stage where in the summer maybe where I've put a little bit of fake tan on, then this would be absolutely fine. But at the moment, this would be a little bit dark for me if I just wanted to use it as a highlight. But I think it will definitely work for most people. I'm just particularly pale, unfortunately. All right, so moving on to our, I love this, our all-nighter setting powder. Look at that. This was something I was really excited about, and I mentioned it in the podcast. Because I think this is going to be probably, oh, look at that, double symbol, double. Probably one of the most used things in the collection, because everyone who wears makeup, there's two things they tend to keep in their bag: their lipstick and their compressed powder, because it's the thing that we need to top up the most while we're out and about. So this was like the one thing that I was really excited about. I love the idea of being out and about and just having to powder my nose and pulling out my Prince compact, and people would see it. Whereas your eyeshadow palettes and your eyeliner are more than likely going to stay at home in your makeup bag, and people aren't necessarily going to see that. So I was really excited when they brought out the powder, and I love their all-nighter setting spray. It's something that I use in my kit as a makeup artist and on myself. I absolutely love it. So I was really, really excited when they brought this out. And then I was really disappointed that it is not available individually. It is the only item in the Vault collection that isn't available individually, which I think is a real shame, because this is the one thing I think people are going to want to stock up on. So hopefully we're going to be trying this and seeing how good it is. But if it is anything like their all-nighter setting spray, this is going to be a hit and a really good product. So hopefully they will make it available, but I don't have that high hope for it happening now. Okay, so this is the compact. Oh, I wish the symbol was the other way. So when you look at it, the symbol is pointing at me, which is nice, but I would have preferred the symbol to have been the other way. So when I'm using it and powdering, people could see the symbol the right way. I feel like it's going to be seen like that more than it will be seen like that. If that makes sense. Is that just me? I would just prefer the symbol to be the right way for everyone else as I'm kind of using it. But this is meant to be a shade that's going to work across skin tones. It's meant to be universal. That for me, if it comes out pigmented, that colour, it's not going to work. But this is meant to be a translucent powder that works on all skin tones. So it's going to be really interesting to see if this works on me as someone who's particularly fair, and if it works on people who have darker complexions. It's going to be really interesting to see how this translates, because to create a true translucent powder that works on everyone from the lightest to the darkest shades is very rare, especially with if it doesn't get flashback or anything like that. So it's going to be really interesting to see when I use this on clients. If I can use it on clients, actually, because it's not sold individually, but other people who've bought the Vault collection of other skin tones, I'm really looking forward to see what they make of this powder and if it works for them. I'm going to be really curious. The only other thing is in the palettes we had did we? Yes, we have a mirror protector. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but there's a little plastic film. You can see the little loop there. There's a little plastic film that you can peel off the mirror, and they're really good because sometimes in palettes you get fallout and it goes all over the mirror and things can get messy. So it's good to have a little protector. The compact doesn't have that. So I've already got fingerprints on it, which I would have liked to have seen just a little protector over the mirror personally. It's just little finishing touches like that I like. So I would have liked to have seen that. That's a shame. But this is the back of the compact. Okay, so let me have a little circle back to the box itself. So we have the shades on the front, the title tracks on the front, which are also the names of the shades and products inside. So we have Raspberry Beret, Love to the Nines, Baby I'm a Star, Crystal Ball. Was there a Crystal Ball? I feel like I didn't read out Crystal Ball. There must have been. It's not in that one. Crystal Ball, yes, it is. Okay, my bad, guys. When Doves Cry, Computer Blue. So they are all the shades that are in the collection. So here's your box set. I wonder if there's something I could hold it against for size comparison. Let me get an LP out. Bear with me, guys. Let me get a 12-inch out the drawer. Okay, we'll go with this one. Please don't think that I keep my records this messy. I do not. This was a 50p charity shop buy and it was already in this condition when I got it. Trust me. So we have here a Prince 12-inch, just for size comparison. And you can see that it is ever so slightly smaller. If I put this behind it, so you can see that kind of size difference there. So it's a really nice box. I think it is a little bit smaller than maybe I anticipated. I was expecting it maybe to be a bit wider. I don't know. Yeah. And another thing I would have liked to have seen is, as you open it, I'd have liked some kind of protective sheet here. I will do that anyway. I do it with a lot of my box sets and things. I will get some very small, thin foam and I'll put it over the products, because then it's going to stop Martin's, lovely Martin, his artwork getting damaged. So I would have liked to have seen, even if it was just some tissue paper, just to cover that. So the artwork inside the box is then completely protected. So just finishing touches like that, I think it could have had, which would have just topped it off for me. But I have to say, this is beautiful, genuinely beautiful. There was some purple ones that were seen on TikTok that have been floating around, and I would love to know where they are, because I've only seen black ones. So if there are purple ones out there and anyone knows how I can get hold of one, holler at me, because I want one. But yeah, I am going to be doing some swatches. I am going to be playing around with this set for the next week or two. I'm going to be doing some really glam looks, and I'm also going to be doing some wearable looks, because not everyone is, you know, into the uber glam makeup and likes to spend a lot of time on a morning doing all that kind of stuff, which is absolutely fine. So I'm going to be doing some wearable looks, nice and simple, not too crazy. How can you use this collection day to day? Because at the end of the day, we've invested a lot of money into it, so we might as well make use of it. So yeah, bear in mind that. Get hyped up for that one. Oh, so excited. So watch out for that one for me, and let me know if there's any kind of looks that you would particularly like to see. If there is a particular shade you want me to work with, if there's a particular product, let me know. So then I can create kind of the best videos for you guys, and hopefully we can get so creative with this. I'm so excited. I have some looks in mind that I'm really excited to play with, so they will be out very, very soon. I'm going to hopefully do my first look tomorrow. All right. So thank you for watching, guys. I am so excited. Let me know if your vault has arrived. I want to hear your stories, your experiences that you've had ordering this, because I've had so many different sides of the coin. I know some people are really excited about this release and some people aren't. But let me know your experience with Urban Decay. Has it been really simple? Did your order arrive? I was really lucky, I have to say. In the UK, this was released on Thursday. We are now on Saturday, and it has arrived, and they sent it next day delivery, which really shocked me. I didn't pay for next day delivery. I went for the free delivery option, which was to 3 to 5 working days. And as Monday is a bank holiday, I wasn't expecting this until mid next week, kind of at least. So I was very happy when the postman knocked on my door this morning. So let me know what you think, your thoughts. If you want me to create any looks or anything like that, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hi guys, little bit of a footnote at the end of the video. As I mentioned at the start of my unboxing video, I did order 2, and I had 2 delivered today, and unfortunately my second one is quite badly damaged. Yeah, this is awkward. Yeah, so this was the box it came in, and as I said in my unboxing video, I was a little bit shocked at the fact that it hadn't been better packed. I thought there'd be more bubble wrap, you know, some real protection. It's £200 worth of makeup, right? Well, as you can see, my box looked like it had genuinely, I didn't do this rip either, genuinely looked like it had been kicked around a car park. And when I opened it, the eyeliner, my When Doves Cry eyeliner, actually just fell out the bottom of the box. So I was very lucky that it was even with it when it arrived. But when it arrived, when I opened it, you can see there are quite a few tears on the outer box, and I know some people are not bothered about that kind of thing. It's just its external box. I personally am very bothered by those kind of things. And when I opened the box, you will notice it doesn't really shut properly, and the reason it doesn't shut properly is because it's broken. So if I show you this, let me get in a position where I can show you. Oh. And it's the same on that side. This kind of falls out. So because of that, my box doesn't close properly at all. It just kind of sits open, and my edges, which edge was it? Yeah, you can see my edges are just mangled, and that side it's just ripped, you can see. It was all going so well. So yeah, I said at the start of my unboxing it would be an honest one, and if I wasn't particularly impressed, I would say so. I'm hoping Urban Decay can solve this issue when I get in contact with them, and I hope they don't just offer a refund. I hope that they are able to send out another Vault set. It's really frustrating, especially now it's sold out. I'm very concerned if I will be able to have my second one. I'll be very upset if they ask me to send it back and just refund me, and that's that. At the end of the day, I placed my order because I wanted the product. So I really hope they are able to replace it. But yeah, it's a shame, and I think it's particularly disappointing because this is damage that's clearly been caused before packing. Granted, my box did look like it had been kicked around a car park, granted, and my eyeliner fell out before I even managed to open the package. It's just sad that this damage could only have been done prior to packing, because this protective box holds everything together, so there's absolutely no way that that tear could happen prior to it being sent to me. There's absolutely no way that that tear could happen post it being sent to me. This had to have happened before it arrived, before it was even shipped. So yeah, that's put a little bit of a dampener on it for me. I hope no one else has one like this. If you have, let me know. But I'm going to be in touch with Urban Decay, and I will keep you updated how I get on, especially if you all have similar issues. But yeah, I'm trying not to be too upset. Yeah, I'm genuinely upset. I think so many of us got ourselves so hyped up about this release, and when you really look forward to it, I think it's really sad when something like this happens, because you just want to enjoy the moment. We have so few things to be really excited about at the moment, and this was something that I really got excited about. So when something like this happens, it just puts a dampener on it, which I think is a real shame when it's something that you've got so hyped about, something that you really wanted to get your hands on, and something like this happens. So yeah, let me know if you've had a similar experience, or if this is just my luck. And I will keep you updated how I get on with Urban Decay. Hopefully their customer service is on it with this one, and they can sort this out somehow. But yeah, let me know if you've had a similar issue, and I will see you with my makeup trial videos. So bye.